awesome besties! In our Barbie Looks unboxing video, you all wanted to know how we made the backdrop. So today, we are going to recreate it using poster board. I'm using white poster board just like I did for the video, and poster board's pretty easy to find. You can find it at most grocery stores, craft stores, the Dollar Tree. I picked this up at Target. It was 10 pieces of poster board for $5. This poster board measures 22 inches by 28. I want it to be a little sturdier, so I fold it in half, make a good crease. So now it measures 14 by 22 inches. 14 inches is going to be the height of our walls. The idea is that we are making movable walls and columns and doorways that we can rearrange to create different scenes. So let's go ahead and fold this one in half again to make an easy little corner. I'm using a little bit of glue just to glue these sides together and make them nice and strong, or stronger. And now it can easily stand on its own. And if you want to make it even stronger, just add more poster board. Take another piece of poster board, fold it in half, just like before, cut on the fold to separate the two pieces, take one of the halves, and we're going to fold it in half, cut on the crease. So now we have a quarter piece of the poster, glue it onto the back of our little corner room. So we don't add any more bulk to the fold so that it'll still be easy to open and close. This side wall now has 3 layers of poster board, making it pretty sturdy. On the other wall, let's go ahead and do that archway. I turn it over onto the back and I make sure I'm on the thinner side, measure down about 1.5 inches. Find something round to trace. I'm using an LOL surprise ball. And we're just going to trace around the circle. Then draw 2 lines coming down on the sides. Carefully cut it out to make the archway. And this is how we did it in the video. It's very easy to store. You can just fold it right up and put it on a bookcase. However, I want to take it a step further. Take another piece of poster board, cut a 3-inch strip off the 28-inch side. Fold the sides over 1 inch on both sides. Make a couple of cuts in the center, right about where we think the curve at the top of our entryway will be. We need to do this for both sides. Take the tabs and we're going to glue them right onto the edge of our cutout. Lay it onto the other quarter rectangle of poster board. Trace around the opening, cut on the line drawn, then glue it right on top, adding a little bit of depth to our archway. Cut more 3-inch poster board, fold over the edges 1 inch on both sides, then glue it between the 2 layers to give our archway a little depth. And it looks great when you shine a little light through it. This backdrop is totally inspired by Greek architecture. If you end up with a lopsided wall, cutting 1-inch strips of poster board and gluing a few together, then gluing them under the wall may help correct it. Doing it this way, we can still close the room up for easy storage. We can easily add a few columns. Here is another quarter piece of poster board. On the 14-inch side, let's measure over 2 inches. I'm using a dotting tool from the Dollar Tree, and we're just going to score along that line. Move another 2 inches from that line and score again. You might find it a little easier to draw your lines with a pencil first, then go over them. I have 4 2-inch lines and 1 1-inch. Cut on the outside of the 1-inch line, then bend on all of those scored lines. Glue the 1-inch side underneath the 2-inch side. If you were good on your measurements, it should be able to lay flat, making it easy to glue them together. And then you just kind of pop it open and stand it up to make a column. I think we need 2 of these. Yeah, that way we can create the illusion of like a hallway. Take another half piece of poster board, so it's 14 inches by 22. Draw and score two 1-inch lines, one here and one there. Measure over 9 inches, draw another line, make a 1-inch strip, then measure over another 9 inches, trim off the excess, bend on the lines. So we're making like a long column here, and we're gonna glue that 1-inch tab onto the 9-inch wall so it can stand. I cut a 6-inch wide piece of poster board, draw and score 1-inch lines on the sides, then draw 1-inch lines going across. You can go up as high as you want. I only did 8, and now I am going to begin folding on those lines, accordion style. So we're going back and forth. Actually, I need to do 9 so I don't have a wall that's just going straight up. I added one more, and now it's starting to look a little like stairs. On the wall that we made earlier, lightly draw stairs with a 1-inch rise and run to line up with our poster board. Draw the same shape, only a mirror image on another piece of poster board. Cut it out to use on the other side of our stairs. On the poster board we folded for the stairs, we're going to cut on the corners to the line on both sides to make tabs. Then we're just going to fold those in, glue them together, and you'll start to make little connected boxes. Once that's done, we can glue it onto our sketch on the wall. And now it can stand up, which is pretty cool in my opinion. Take that other piece of poster board that we cut, and we're gonna just glue that on the side to make stairs. The stairs or steps themselves are pretty sturdy. However, this wall may need a little extra support. So I took a scrap of poster board, and I'm just gonna glue it inside, making sure it touches both of the walls. It can handle our doll's weight, and if you want to make it even stronger, fold a piece of poster board in half and then glue it underneath. Yeah, that's pretty sturdy. I don't know why I didn't start it right at the edge, because then back here it would have been flush. Now I have to trim it better. And now we have another fun piece to add to this space to create some little nooks and crannies. Look at all those beautiful shadows. Let's make another little wall. I cut my poster board to 14 inches high. Then I went over 1 inch, 1 inch, 5.5, 1 inch, 5.5. On one of the larger sections, I draw a circle and a rectangle. To make a small little arch, carefully cut it out to look like a little window, but we're not going to keep it a window. Cut a 3-inch strip of poster board, fold over the sides 1 inch, make small cuts on the sides so we can bend it and glue it going around the cutout. I've made it all the way around the window, and I overlapped it on the bottom so it's nice and sturdy right there. Now let's just apply some glue all the way around. I'm trying to be neat, but I know we have to move quickly because this glue is going to dry on us. And I just need things to glue correctly. All right, well, we'll just focus on this part first, and we'll do that part second. So let's just get glue on these little tabs going around the window as neatly as possible. See, it's already drying on me. No, we're not being neat. Okay, and then we're gonna glue this down. I think that's pretty good. Okay, not terrible. Now we're gonna just take this little tab and glue it underneath to make a little recess wall. If it has trouble standing, mine's not doing the best. Glue it onto a double layer of poster board. We can slide part of the base under the stairs, and that makes a nice little hallway for the stairs. creating some very fun little spaces. And if you pull the box to the front of the stairs, there's a little opening right here where we can just shine a little light and have a lot of fun playing with shadows. But what do you do with all of these little pieces now that you have them? Storage is a thing. I take a piece of poster board, fold it in half, open it back up, measure over 3 inches on both sides, score the line, make cuts on the sides to the line, so we will be able to fold it up. But before we start gluing things together, let's cut out a large window. I'm tracing a small plate, then let's go ahead and square off the bottom, cut it out for a very large window. Now you can just add a few more layers of poster board to make this stronger, or you can go ahead and frame it out with like that deep recess like we've been doing. That's what I'm going to do. I cut another piece of poster board with the 3 inches on the side, and then I put 2 inches on the bottom. This is about the size of the whole back wall. Place it behind my cutout, lining up the edges so we can trace around the cutout, cut it out, cut 1 inch from the sides, fold over 1 inch, fold over another inch, and you're gonna make a small cut at the bottom so we'll be able to lift this piece up. Cut that 3-inch strip of poster board, fold over the edges 1 inch, make small cuts, glue it around the arch, glue the other piece in front, making sure you glue down those side tabs, and now we have a nice big window. I think this one came out way neater than our archway. I'm totally getting better. Now let's fold over and glue those sides. Glue on more poster board to finish the walls. However, now that I look at it, I feel like if I add another wall on this side, I'm just gonna close it in a little more than I want. So I made a half wall, and I'm just gonna glue that onto the side, allowing us to leave the space open and let in more light, but it's still pretty much a box to hold all the other pieces. I added several layers to the bottom to make it more sturdy, and now we can just add the other pieces we made earlier and shine a little light through the openings to make our scenes. I'm making another recess wall, only this time I'm adding a layer of water scrapbook paper to the bottom, make 1-inch columns, glue them along the edges, glue strips onto the sides to make a small pool that we can place inside of the room or on the outside. Sky's the limit, folks, on all the different ways we can rearrange these pieces to get the perfect look. And when it's time to clean up, all of the pieces fit neatly inside the box. Until next time. On the shelf, we just turn it to the blank wall so you have a white wall facing out. However, you can always decorate this too. Take those archway cutouts, stack and glue them together, or take one, cut it into little pieces, then glue it onto another one, add 1-inch strips going across, paint it, glue it onto the box. I used hot glue to glue this on just to make sure it wouldn't warp my nice straight wall. Glue 1-inch columns onto the sides, unfold a ring from the Dollar Tree, bend it to make a handle, glue it onto the door to make another scene. With this backdrop, we can pretend like our dolls are on vacation in Greece. We can have fun playing with light and shadows, and it's all made out of poster board. Thank you for joining us while we made a poster board doll room inspired by Santorini, Greece. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff and the Frog Vlog. And we will see you next time.